So this is it, eh? The Venus Tear. You beauty. You know, Gov, last time I tried to get this stone, I'd done it for Red. Now we're just rivals, I guess. But I actually used to have a bit of a thing for Red. Back in them days, she wasn't a scary old bird like she is now. And I was well green. So, I thought I'd get her the Venus Tear to impress her like. But I ended up doing myself an injury, and I had to leave it. Never thought I'd end up getting it like this, though. I wonder how it would have all turned out if I had got it back then, eh? Anyway, just me old wounds. Would you mind keeping this to yourself, Gov? Ain't the kind of thing you want going around.
Alright. Alright, so let's evac to the start. Now I can't zoom, but I should have Chimera wings available. But I'm going to take a little break real quick, so I'll be right back. Well, so far this is like the most unexpected live session I've gone through in like all of my Let's Playing, you know, I don't know what the hell you'd call it, Let's Playing videos? I don't know, but this session so far has gone very bad for me. First you have Jessica randomly dying, so we had to backtrack. Then you have the event that just never happened to me before, where Fuddle actually bloody works. I would like to give you some context, right? As I said, I played this game when it came out, which was like 2004, 2005, and I played through the game when it came out, probably 4 times through. Like that was the game I played, like 4 times through. Never happened once then. And usually after like every year, I usually play it again. So that's a lot of playthroughs that I've gone through, and Fuddle has never worked. It has never worked for me at all. Like, not when I use it, because there's only like I think there's only like 2 skills that can actually cause Fuddle. But every time it's been used against me, sometimes that boss has never even used Fuddle against me either. But it has never worked. And, you know, being faced with it, it's like one of the most, I don't know, it was difficult to actually get through that, because my boss strategy is usually based around the same ideal. You psych up in the beginning, you have your healer do whatever, and then you just do massive damage, as based on, you know, lowering their defense and whatever. And it usually goes to be like that for most of the bosses within the game. However, some bosses have different quirks and whatnot, which make them different. But in large, they always go like that. And having Fuddle thrown into the mix and have it actually work, like it's a bit like, it seems weird, because if you haven't played the game, you're like, oh, you just, you know, you should have known that because, you know, you played it that much. It has never happened before. Never, I can't get over the fact that it actually bloody worked, for one thing. And, I mean, the Jessica thing's like, hey, whatever, you know, that's not as bad as Angelo randomly dying due to Fuddle. Oh my god. But yeah, it's one of the things where it's like, hey, it's there, and, you know, it's my own fault, really, because I guess you could call it a type of arrogance, maybe. But to give it, like, as I said, to give it context, I played the game this much and it's never happened at all. Like, hang on. Let's go and zoom back to Red's house. Oh wait, I can't. I have to go to Swordsman's Labyrinth. Oh well, that's what I get for mistaking some boss's move, even though it, you know, it never happens. So, well, I can't say it never happens now, because it did happen, and it just so happened to happen when I was bloody recording. So, yeah. Can I just intimidate you guys? It's the most annoying thing about it is that Angelo hasn't got experience now. That's probably the like, he's behind anyway, And if he loses 1,000, like, it's, oh. Yeah, it's one of those things. It doesn't matter now, really, does it? So, you know, you deal with it. Abilities, Axes of Evil, Jessica, Don, Angelo. I don't know, what can you do? You can attack that guy. That's very annoying. That's more annoying than Jessica dying randomly to the candy box. That it really is. Attack. Attack, attack. Well, at least he's level 17. Just good. Well, we're nearly at 21 fists, so one more level and we'll actually start pumping points into bows, finally. And then staffs. Alright, where are we? Not that far away. I get attacked on the bridge. Oh wait, there's a split into. Makes sense if they weren't, but whatever. Attack. There's 3 in the middle. This is really lagging in this battle. I don't know why. Attack and attack this one. Alright, now that guy should die on his own. I guess. Let me just get Angela to kill him. Yeah, he probably would have died on his own to the boomerang anyway, but just to make sure. Alright. Let's go give Red Dead Venus a tear.
There, I got it. The Venus tear.
Now that is quality. Oh yes, this is the real deal. Well, Yangus, you excel yourself.
Now, hand over the horse and cart like you promised.
I never promised that. I said I'd think about it when you brought me the goods. And I've thought about it now, and I'm still not giving it back. You can keep the stone.
Oi, that ain't what you promised. That's a pretty low trick, Red. I'm surprised at ya.
Promises? You want to talk about promises? If I remember rightly, you promised me ages ago you'd bring me that stone.
What? That was years ago. You can't dredge up the past like that.
Well, you're in no position to argue. I ain't saying it again. The horse stays with me.
Yeah, right. I was out of line before, breaking me promise to you and all. I ain't surprised you act off with me. But this ain't just about me now. I can't leave without the horse. It's for the gov. Look, do what you want with me. But I'm begging you, give the horse back.
Hey? Oh. All right. Behave, would ya? Stop grovelling about on the floor. Be a man.
You know, when you look at this guy, you realise how big, like, Angus's head is.
Well?
I thought I'd have a bit of fun with you, but you've lost it. Have the horse. Do what you want with it. But I'll be keeping that Venus tear. That's what we agreed, right?
Yeah. Fair enough. Thanks, Red, and sorry about everything.
Oh, for crying out loud. Pull yourself together. We're done here, right? So go on then. Hop here.
Alright, what do you say now? Listen, you can do what you want with the horse, but we're done here, right? So get out. Alright, see you later, Red. Have a nice day.
Red told me to get the horse out for you before you got here. Looks like she knew you'd come out with the goods. She must rate you.
Dear, what a terrible ordeal you must have been through. I'm so sorry. I won't leave you alone again. I'll never go to the pub like that again. I promise.
God blimey!
Well, we're ready to leave whenever you are. What's our next destination?
How about trying brains again? Maybe the old geezer will be around to give us some intelligence this time. Let's head back to Pickham. We've got to find out where Dollmaker's is. Otherwise we'll just be wandering around like headless chickens.
It will be no hardship to me if I never ever set foot in Pickham again. But I suppose we have no choice.
Alright, now we got the cart back, so I can now do alchemy again, which is great. So, before I do that, I'm going to kick off... Well, I am going to do that, rather, so I need to remove that, equip this, and start making the Mercury bandana. Which, for those people who don't know, it is the bandana and the agility ring, which I put somewhere. I think Angela still has it, yeah. Alright. Alrighty then. What I'm gonna do now, guys, is I'm gonna leave it here. I'm usually like I'm an episode early, so I'll start a day earlier. But the reason why I ended it now is because this has been a pretty bad session as it is. But the main reason is that the next bit when we get to Pickham, I'll go there anyway, is that what's said by Brains there really ties into the stuff later on. So it would make sense to, you know, go there rather than, you know, ending after the conversation with Brains, and then the stuff next time won't exactly make much sense. So I'll leave it here, and I'll catch you later. Hopefully you enjoyed, you know, me messing up and whatnot, and having a couple party members killed. Like, that's really annoying. Like, friggin' setbacks suck balls, but you know, what can you do? Anyway, I'll catch you later. Have a great day, and thank you for watching. See you later, guys.